What's up, guys? So I finally got to see Marriage Story on Netflix. It's one of Netflix's three big Oscar films alongside The Irishman and The Two Popes. So I was very much interested in seeing it because it's in the Oscar race this year, and I do try and see all of the Best Picture nominees and all of the films that have Oscar nominations. I like to be up to date with these things. So I was excited to see Marriage Story for those reasons, and also because it's written and directed by Noah Baumbach, who I respect a lot. He's made some great films, and this is no different. Marriage Story is a really, really good film. Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson star as a couple going through a divorce, and basically the whole point of this film is to show just how messy the divorce process can be and how things can get complicated and made a lot worse when lawyers get involved. So Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson, they want to go their separate ways and remain friends, but they have a son, and that complicates things because they argue about who gets custody, and Scarlett Johansson wants to live in LA because she's an actress, but Adam Driver is a theatre director, so he wants to stay in New York City. So they both want different things, and they both want different lives. They just want to live apart from each other, and their differing beliefs and goals really come into conflict throughout the whole divorce process. And as soon as they decide to get lawyers involved so they can both get what they want, that's when things really go wrong for them. And the film brilliantly shows how a couple who really should get along, who should be friends, how they can be torn apart and driven to hate each other because of the lawyers and because of the whole divorce process. This is a really, really good film. It's one of the most well-written films I've seen in a very long time, and it does a great job of balancing humour and drama, because obviously this is a film about divorce, so one would imagine that this is going to be a very sad, dramatic film. And it does have those really, really good dramatic moments. There's one argument scene in particular that is so well written, and it is scarily realistic how these two argue. And it's a really, really great scene. It's like a 5-minute just dialogue-driven argument, and they are just hurling really, really hurtful insults at each other. And it's fantastic. It's one of the most well-acted scenes that I've ever seen. Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver are both really, really good. Adam Driver is quickly proving to be one of my favourite actors working today, and Scarlett Johansson, I feel like people don't really appreciate that Scarlett Johansson is a really good actress, because she does all the big budget Marvel movies, and obviously people enjoy her as Black Widow, but she doesn't really get the chance to show her acting talent. She's also really, really good in this film, and they play off each other really well, and when they argue, it's just riveting to watch. And one of the saddest things about this film is that you know that these two, deep down, they like each other, they want to be friends. You can clearly see there are scenes throughout the film where they are really nice to each other and they act like friends, and you wish that they could always be like that. And there's a really great contrast in the difference between their relationship outside of the divorce process and when they're working with their lawyers and battling out this divorce. And amidst all this drama, there are some really great moments of humour. The film is a really human film, and that term is tossed around a lot with films. But I feel that it really applies to this film because it's written and directed in such a realistic way. These two act like genuine human beings, and it's very rare to be able to say that about a film. But I could imagine a relationship like this happening in real life, and some of the conversations and moments that happen in this film I could imagine happening. And some of the best moments of humour that happen in this film are just moments that could pop up at any time in real life. And they're funny because they're so specific and accurate and relatable. Laura Dern and Ray Liotta play the two lawyers in this film. They have very small roles, but they both do a really good job. And the child actor who plays the couple's son, he's also really good. And he's very annoying sometimes, but not because he's a bad actor, but because you just want the two main characters just to be okay and to not have to stress about things. And he causes so much unnecessary stress just because he's being a kid and he doesn't realise how much of a nuisance he can be sometimes. So all in all, I had a really good time with Marriage Story. It is a very human, very realistic film centered around two really, really good performances from Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. Probably the best that I've seen both of them. Adam Driver, I saw him in Star Wars, and then I saw him in this, and he's just proving to be such a versatile actor. I really loved Adam Driver before watching this film, and Marriage Story made me love him even more. The only flaw that I have with the film are there are some moments that I thought could have been better resolved. One moment in particular, something happens to Adam Driver and it just wasn't clarified. There was nothing that happened afterwards to sort of address what happened, and I thought that that was a loose end that I wish was addressed and tied up a bit more. So there are a few loose ends that I wish were just wrapped up a bit better, but other than that, this is a really well-paced, well-written film. I had a great time with Marriage Story. I'm going to give it an A. So those are my thoughts on Marriage Story. If you guys have seen it, definitely let me know your thought. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, and until the next time, goodbye.